Well, today I decided to just play. Valentine's Day is coming up, and when the dollar store had the the heart-shaped doilies, I meant to grab them. I didn't, so I've just cut myself some basic heart shapes. And I do have doilies. I have a couple different kinds that I'm going to use. I pulled these out, very frilly and not so frilly. So I'll still use the doily effect. And I pulled out some other things to play with, and I may get other things out of my stash as I'm going. I got my ribbon box here to my side, which, I don't know, you've seen it before. It has all different kinds of ribbons and string and lace that I keep handy. So that'll be on the side here if I need it. And I have this, which was a Goodwill find in one of their little things. It's an old Hobby Lobby one, but it has some nice florals on it. And I don't usually do that many florals, but this, I can't remember where I got this, but probably the dollar store or something, I don't know. But I don't use the bird part of it, but I might use it for this. And I'm just going to play with layering and putting a heart motif on it, and that's what I'm going to do. So I figured I would videotape it, and if it doesn't come out, well, you'll never see it. Now I'm going to start with, and I'm using Liquitex Mixing White, because I have bought it a while back and never used it, and I want to see what it does. But I know, because paint's been drying fast around here, I'm going to put a little of the acrylic paint retarder in it. And I'm just going to put some on the, because I don't even know if the mixing white shows up when you print with it. I haven't used it enough to, and I decided today was the day I was going to play and discover new things. So this is the mixing white, and I'm going to let's put this on here. And let's just see if it shows up any at all. I'm going to put that on there, and I'm going to put the mixing white down. And then in places, I'm going to come over it with maybe a pink if I've got a good red. Well, I've got a red. Now I'm going to mix a light pink. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to go over parts of it, and let's see what happens when I go over that again with just the plain white. See what that does. That's just a blush of pink. Let's see what we got here. And we'll put that on a piece of white paper. I know the white's not going to show up white on the white paper, but I just want to see what does that do. No, I don't think I've burnished it down enough. I haven't worked with Liquitex in a while, so. All right, that's just a background. Does mix well with the red, doesn't it? Now let's put a little bit more pink on there and pull another background. I just want something faint, and I might go over that one. And these first few sheets are just really cheap computer paper. All right, there's a nice pink background, and there's just enough grunge to make it interesting. I like that. We'll put that to one side, and then we'll do one more background with hopefully what's left on here. I might just go over that first one with what's left on here. Did I just fill in the white a little bit better? Not going to be much coming up, but we'll see. Okay, see that toned down that white of the background. Now if we put a heart in the middle of that and some frilly stuff, let's just keep working with the red. I had this nice pink I used to use, and I only had one tube of pink because I don't use a lot of pink. I can't find it. I must have run out of it and not restocked it. All right, let's get let's take one of my hearts, put it in the middle of this. And just go around the edges. I don't know how well that heart is going to show up, but with the pink on pink. This is a little bit red. And I might come back and embellish these with pen and ink. A matter of fact, I might. I know I will. I never leave good enough alone. Now this might tear, because that's a pretty dry plate. I don't want to touch it, but I got to. And if you're very careful with these, you can use them more than once. These were pretty cheap, so I'm not too upset if it tears. And actually, I've got a video on how you can reinforce paper stencils with spray paints. See, that one tore. But it's not so bad that it can't be used again. You can reinforce them first with spray paints and spray acrylic, clear sealers, and things like that before you use them. And then you get really nice, sturdy, from paper, you get really nice, sturdy stencils, or sturdier. I wouldn't say they're like Tyvek or anything, but they're sturdier, and I mean, it works with these doilies. I did it with some. I don't have those around right now, but let's see. Can you even see it? See, I might have to come back, and I like that. I might. Okay, see what I got there? Now I'm going to have to come back and reinforce that heart section in the middle with pen and inks and maybe watercolor or whatever. But that's going to be pretty when it's done. And you can still see the texture from the initial print inside that heart. But I do have to come back and reinforce the edge of that heart so you can see it better. But I like that. That's kind of what I wanted to do. Now let's do something really red over this one. Now you know what I wish I had have done? I wish I had made a mask. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do a flower in a bright yellow in the middle, or these flowers here. And then I'll make a mask of a heart with a piece of I'm going to do this slightly different. I'm just going to pull up or just try and just pull up the middle. If the edge shows, it's not going to be a tragedy, but now I'll take a piece of paper towel. So if you get a deeper stencil like this one is, paper towel will help you push the paper down into those holes and get you a better impression. Just got to find out where those holes are. And the edge stuff is going to come up too a little bit, but I'm not worried about that. Oh, that's pretty. Have to reinforce that with pen and ink too, but that is quite pretty. Let's see, let me move this. Got the yellow flowers on top of the pink background. Now, let's make this sheet of paper should cover the whole thing. Yep. Let me try pulling this up first, though, for a background. I might want to come back with pink on the yellow. There's enough left there to make it interesting. Ooh, I like that. Look at that. Just the suggestion of flowers in the background. I like this up here better than down here, but we got what we got. Let's see if we can pull a little bit more color. There we go. We get the bottom fixed a little. See how nice that looks? We'll go over that with a heart. All right, I'm going to take a sheet of paper. And this is what's left. I did find some pads. I didn't know I had of that. I don't know if I'm going to get that in the middle really well, but we'll see. The cheap sketching pad from the dollar store. Let's see if I can cut a nice mask. Do a nice big heart. Okay, there you go. Well, that's a little too big, isn't it? Oh well. Let's go over that with red. Red, red, red. And we'll put this on top of the yellow one. I like mixing masks and stencils. What we're going to do is we're going to put this on here and pull up just a little of it, right there where the birdie is. Sit down. Now the paint roll is going to pull up a little bit as it goes over it now that it's got paint on it. Should be just enough so you can see that bird. Let's hope this, being a mask, it should last a couple pulls. And there's a nice pretty heart. Not centered, but if I bring this over a little. And I'm going to cut the edges off, so I'm not really worried how centered it is. I can fix that on the final cut. And there you are. With a nice, and you can you see the bird in there? You see the bird in the final print. And let's do another one with that other. I don't know what we'll do with this one, but see if I can center it a little better. Should be able to, because the the plate is on the same size sheet as I'm doing the top, because I keep it on a paper sheet. It's on the same size sheet, but I don't have the plate centered really well on that sheet underneath, so that's why it's coming up a little funky. Now we're going to do it again onto that pink one. Yeah. This time we'll put this doily over it. Hopefully you can pull the doily up without ripping it again. Make sure you don't have to worry about the outer edges, just... All right. Actually, we'll probably pull the whole thing up at once, huh? I had a friend at work, or one of the ladies that used to work for me. Every time she would take a drink of Coke, she would go, ah. Like it was her first drink and she's been on the desert for 20 years. I mean, it was, it was so funny. She did enjoy her Coke. All right. Oh, it still left some on there, but look at that. Now, I like that. I didn't know if I was going to like it with the flowers underneath it, but look at that. I do like that. Well, let's keep going and do one or two more. I don't think I have enough pinky pink. Let's throw some pink in this red and see, or some white in this red and see if we can get a pinky pink. I did my nails this time. I've never had pink nails before. And I did them pink. That's just, I don't know why. Well, the last time I had my nails done, I did them in teal, and I do love the color teal, but it was, you know, they have the fluorescent lights in the nail salon, and it didn't look that dark. And if you look at the videos before this one, you'll see what I'm talking about. Now it's pink, pink. Those nails were dark. And I don't know, I thought I was happy with them, but I don't know if I was. Okay, let's just pull some of this off. Let's use some of my wrinkled. Now, if you use wrinkled tissue, this is still left over from Christmas wrappings. I got ready to wrap because we were going away for Christmas. I got ready to wrap some stuff, and the only tissue I had was the archival acid-free tissue for artists. So I made sure that everything I wrapped it in, that come home with me. Because you know, it's all wrinkled, but wait till you see the effect of the wrinkled tissue. You'll get what I'm talking about. See that? Gives you an almost textured elephant skin-like effect. All right, let's pull this up. And hopefully there's enough left. Oh, I hope the heart doesn't still show because I'm going to do a heart over it. I wish I could find, you know I have some of those heart doilies, or at least I thought I did somewhere, because I don't do a lot of Valentine's stuff, so I know I didn't use them all. And lots of times well, because I used to have people come in the studio and work with me. I obviously don't anymore, but I would keep things that I wouldn't use, and I normally don't use flowers and hearts. But I kept them because some of the people that come to work do. Now look at that. Is that interesting? Let me bring it up so you can see the textures and the different. Let me turn this other light on. Maybe that'll help. Does that help any? Look at that. I mean, you can see the doily itself has like a woven texture to the back of it. So it looks kind of like linen. I think maybe I should do a bright red heart. Just a heart in the middle, maybe? We'll see. We'll see. Get the red out again. And so it'll be a darker red. I'm going to roll this pink off. Well, I don't want it lipstick red, which is what this red is. And I suppose I do have a bunch of reds I could be pulling out, but eh. All right, let's see if we can get one more. This mask is worn, a slight rip in it. This doily shot, I'm pretty sure. I have a few more of this kind. No, actually, it's not shot. It's still usable. I say we do the bird again. That point down there, there's a little bit of a wrinkle there, but we'll be okay. Yeah, let's do this bird. Let's do him this way. I might actually, a little bit of a wrinkle pull up. Not a lot, just a little here and there around the bird so he shows up. Yeah, that's gonna look okay. I think it's crooked, but I'm not worried. And a little off to the side. So let's see if we can compensate by it was a little crooked which way? It's going that way, so let's go this way. And worst case scenario, we'll just cut out the middle and put it on something else. There's my Baron. Only trying to get the middle, so. Well, I was worried that wasn't going to show up. The bird doesn't show up really well. But I can come back in and accentuate him with the with pen and ink, but the heart shows up really nicely. See, I can cut those edges and that'll be fine. So one more. Let's do a peach one. Peachy red. Put a little orange. And then some more of that white. And this is using up my Liquitex. I still have some Liquitex left. I'm switching over to Golden Open. But I don't like wasting paint, so I'm going to be doing projects like this that have a way I can use, you know, maybe all the whites and a little bit of blue here and there, and slowly use up all the Liquitex that I had. I mean, it's a good paint. I would not knock it. Liquitex is a very good paint, but it's just not what I want to use. Let's do this effect again. Let's do it on a different area. And this tissue that I'm using will be used up in my collage. Probably in pieces, not like the whole picture. Oh, that is pretty. Look at that. Maybe the whole picture. Look at that. All right. I'll pull that up. Make that a background. I almost want to pull out the black paper, but I know better. I'm usually not 100% satisfied with. I like the black paper for mounting pieces of gel print. All right. That is quite pretty. Now we'll do a heart on it. Ow. Let me clean this. I probably get one more good one out of this. We'll see. Since this doily is such a wreck, let's put it underneath it. It's probably not going to pull up off that dry sheet when we're done, but and we'll put the heart over it, facing the other way. Maybe I'll get a crisper. Now, let me clean off this plate. I don't want to get as much of that orange on here now. I want red. And as you can see, I cleaned my big plate today, and I tried to clean this little one, but oh, I haven't cleaned it in so long. It was a mess. So it's still a mess. And this is my last one. And hopefully I'll have this video out Wednesday. And I have finally got 1,000 viewers. Oh, I'm so tickled with that. Just makes me feel good that there's that many people that are interested in this. See, I'm going all four, well, not all four ways, but because I would go this way too if I was, but going left and right, up and down to get a good coverage. Now the hard thing is going to be getting that thing off the plate, but we'll see. You never know. It's not going to want to come up. And we have to get it up to get a good print. And this one I'm definitely going to have to go over with pen and ink to get the... Come on, doily, let's go. You know, I'm kind of glad I didn't have the heart doilies, because I probably would have done something basic. I don't know how well that's going to show up on here. I probably should have done blue backgrounds. But I wanted to keep to the hot colors. The pinkies and the red, orange, yellows. Yeah, I'm going to have to accentuate this with pen and ink, but it's going to be pretty when I do. Look at that. Look at that in the middle where it's so busy, where it's got the stuff from the birds and the stuff from the doily. You can go in there with pencil and accentuate all that stuff and just leave the background plain. I'll try and take these in when they're dry and do them with pen and ink before I put this video out so that I can show you what I'm talking about, how I can decorate these. There's that one. Gently put that, I don't want it to stick. This one I really love with the yellow. And this one I might just, because that bird came out so nice, I might just leave the heart the way it is, but do the outer edge of it and do some stuff in the background. This one's going to need a lot of work because you cannot really see the outline that well. You can't tell, well, you can tell it's a heart basically, but yeah, I'm going to bring these in and work on them. Before I release this video, I'll have these 4 done up nicely. Is that all we did? 4? Wow, seems like I've been out here forever. Okay, thank you very much for watching my video. I hope everybody has a happy Valentine's Day. Love yourself. That's a good start. Treat yourself. That's another good start. Don't wait for someone else to treat you. Nobody can treat you like you want to be treated. Treat yourself that way. Please like if you like it and subscribe if you want to see more. Doing all those things helps my algorithms, and it helps me grow this channel, and I'm so tickled. There are 1,000 people out there that think it's good enough that they want to see more. That makes my lifetime, I'm telling you. And thank you very much for viewing this. You have a lovely Valentine's Day, and you have a lovely day.